Conversations are so important when learning languages. It helps you build confidence and make you feel like you really know the language. It also obviously helps you if you're traveling to that country to know how to say some mini conversations. So here's a video that will help you feel way more confident about some small talk. So let's start. First, we start off with what's your name? Come ti chiami? Come ti chiami? Here are 3 ways you could answer. You could just say your name, of course. You can say I am, which is sono, and then your name. You can say my name is, mi chiamo, and then your name. So for example, I could say Emilia, sono Emilia, or mi chiamo Emilia. Now technically the question, what's your name, come ti chiami, is actually asking how do you call yourself? And then the answer, mi chiamo, is actually saying, I call myself, blah, blah, blah. So it is using the verb to call, just so that you're aware. So how do you want to answer this? Come ti chiami? Next question. Come stai? How are you? Come stai? To say I feel, if you want to make a whole sentence, is going to be sto. That's it. Sto. Then here are some feelings. Very good. Molto bene. Another way to say very good means the exact same thing. Benissimo. Benissimo. Good or well. Bene. So. Cozy cozy, like a cozy sweater times 2. Bad is male. Male. Tired, stanco, or stanca. Usually words that end with an O are referring to a guy, and then usually words that end with an A are referring to a girl. So you can say stanco or stanca depending on the person. Happy, felice, felice. Or another way similar to the word content is contento, guy, and contenta, girl. So if I asked you, come stai? How are you feeling today? What day is today? Che giorno è oggi? Che giorno è oggi? Now you'd have to know the days of the week to be able to answer this. I'm not talking about the date, just the day of the week. So let's go through them. Monday, lunedì. Tuesday, martedì. Wednesday, mercoledì. Thursday, giovedì. Friday, venerdì. Saturday, sabato. Sunday, domenica. So, che giorno è oggi? What day is it for you today? What day is tomorrow? Take the last question and just change the date. Che giorno è domani instead of oggi? Domani means tomorrow. So, what day is tomorrow? Is it lunedì, martedì, mercoledì, giovedì, venerdì, sabato, or domenica? Che giorno è domani? Where is the bathroom? Dove il bagno? Dove il bagno? Here's some possible ways you can answer. Of course, there are many directions, so here's just some, but what I feel would be the most important. We have to the left, a sinistra, to the right, a destra, straight ahead, avanti diritto. Think that you're going straight ahead to buy Doritos in a grocery store. It'll help you remember it. Upstairs, piano di sopra. It's literally saying floor of above. Think of the word opera. People singing higher than most people can. Opera and sopra sound really similar. Downstairs, piano di sotto, floor of below. You're looking at your toes, so toe, piano di sotto. And over there, just wherever you're pointing to, is laggiù. Laggiù. And if you need more than one direction, plug in the word and, which is a. So if I asked you, dove il bagno? Where's the bathroom? And of course, if you gave me directions, I tell you thank you, which is grazie. How old are you? Quanti anni hai? Quanti anni hai? Like the quantity of years that you have. I is actually saying you have. So when you're answering it, you're actually saying I have 7 years instead of I am 7 years old. Just fun fact, right? If you're 7, all right? So of course I could just say the number, sete. Yes, you'd have to know numbers to be able to answer this. Or a whole sentence would be ho 7 anni. I have 7 years. Ho 7 anni. H is silent, so that's why I said O and not ho like Santa. And what about it too? And you? How old are you? What's your favorite color? Quale il tuo colore preferito? Quale il tuo colore preferito? And just plug in your favorite color. Maybe it's red, rosso, yellow, giallo, blue is blue, green is verde, etc. Whatever's your favorite. If you want to make it a whole sentence, you could say I prefer and then the color. Preferisco, blah, blah, blah. Or my favorite color is il mio, my. Switch color and favorite. Colore preferito, color preferred, is è. Il mio colore preferito è whatever it is. So, qual è il tuo colore preferito? What's your favorite? What's your favorite season? Qual è la tua stagione? G-I-O sounds like Joe. Stagione preferita. AKA it's saying what is your season preferred? Qual è la tua stagione preferita? Here's the 4 seasons. Spring, primavera, summer, estate, fall or autumn, autunno, and winter, inverno. So, qual è la tua stagione preferita? What's your favorite? So, what's your favorite season? You could add a little bit more detail if you want to make a whole sentence. The question, again, a reminder, is qual è la tua stagione preferita? What's your season preferred? When I answer this, I could say I prefer, which is preferisco, and then the season. The only catch is you have to add in the word the when you're making it into a sentence. So I prefer the spring, the summer, the fall, the winter. So I'd have to say la primavera, l'estate, l'autunno, l'inverno. If I specifically want to say my favorite season is, that would be la mia, my, stagione preferita, season preferred, is, and then continue with that new way of saying the seasons, aka you're just adding in the word the. So for example, my favorite season is the winter, la primavera. Sorry, I said that wrong. Mi dispiace. Sorry. La mia stagione preferita è l'inverno. My favorite season is the winter. What's the weather like? Che tempo fa? Che tempo fa? Whenever you have a CHE, then the CH sounds like a K. Tempo, think of the word temperature, and that will help you try to remember that this is related with weather. Here's some weather expressions. They don't have to have all memorized right now. It can be useful to know how to say some of these. It's sunny. It is, or even just the word is going to be, in this situation, with a tick mark. That little tick mark is an accent mark. So I just pronounce it as Sunny is sole, like solar system, solar energy. Sole, giato. G-I-A sounds like ja. Soleggiato. One more time. Soleggiato. It's cloudy. Nuvoloso. 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 It's windy. Ventoso. Ventoso. I like to think of leaves being tossed in the air, ventoso, tossing, or think of vent, like an air vent, AC or heat coming out of a vent. It's snowy is going to be nevoso. Nevoso. It's stormy, temporalesco. That one's a bit hard to say. Let's break it up. pour, like it's pouring with rain. Tempor. Lesco. Tempor. Alesco. E temporalesco. It nearly sounds like temper at the beginning, like as a temper tantrum, which might be a silly way to remember it. We got one more here. It's raining. Piove. This doesn't start with a. It's just one word. Piove. Here are a few other ways to answer che tempo fa? What's the weather like? Now these three expressions, as well as a few other ones in Italian, use fa. Fa is really coming from the verb fare, which means to do or to make. Notice that fa is actually in the question as well. So what the question is actually asking is more so, what is the weather doing? And then it's hot or it's cool, it's cold, are really saying like it's making cold outside, which I know sounds a little weird from an English perspective, but that's how they're representing it. So if you want to sound more Italian, then this is the way to do it. It's hot or warm, it can be both, is going to be fa caldo. Now, I'm not going to lie, that's the one that I got wrong on an exam in university because it sounds like the word cold. So watch out for that one. Caldo is actually meaning hot. Our next one, cool, like spring and autumn, is going to be fa fresco. And then it's cold. Think of the word freezing is fa freddo. So, out of all the ones we've learned so far, che tempo fa? What's the weather like for you? And let's learn just two more ways to answer the weather. It's good weather. È bel tempo. Like belle of the ball. Or belle is really coming from the word beautiful and handsome. Bello, bella. There's actually a few ways to say beautiful in Italian. So here's one, and it is being used to say it's beautiful weather, even though in English we might say it's good weather. È bel tempo. It's bad weather would be è brutto tempo. Does anyone know what brutto means? Brutto actually means ugly, so they're saying it's ugly weather, which is obviously more descriptive. So here it's è brutto tempo. It's a bad weather. So that is it with the weather expressions. For you today, che tempo fa? What's your weather like? How would you describe yourself? Or really it's saying, like what are you? All right, so come sei tu? Come sei tu? I am is sono. And here are some describing words. Artistic. For a guy, it would be artistico. For a girl, artistica. O is generally masculine, and A is usually feminine, aka O for guys, or guy, one, and then an A is for a girl. So artistico or artistica. Sporty or athletic. Sportivo, sportiva. Intelligent, intelligente. G sounds like a J. That's because whenever you have a GI or a GE, it sounds like a J. Kind. The Italian word looks like gentle, gentile. Tall, alto or alta. AKA, I could say, I am kind, sono gentile. What about you? Come sei tu? Well, I hope you enjoyed these mini conversations. Conversations can help you gain a lot of confidence. I would suggest memorizing these if possible or practicing them as much as you can. And there'll be more to come, so keep watching on this channel for some more conversations. Ciao, ciao.